Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and another video here in quarantine land. I'm super excited about this video even though I'm not going anywhere or doing anything. I just thought it would be really fun to do a spring look. I'm actually going to zoom into my face a little bit more this video, unlike my last Get Ready With Me. I'm going to do a little less talking about myself and more about the makeup. And I have some super fun colors and different types of makeup that I'm really excited to use. So yeah, stick with me through this whole video if you want to see me go from looking like this to looking like this. Close up on the eyes. I know I look so much better now. Thank you. You're too sweet.
We really don't have any subscribers yet because we just started this video and it's totally new. So please like and subscribe and give a big thumbs up and smash that like button.
Alright, so hopefully we're all zoomed in now. Everything's looking really good, I think, if I am seeing correctly. I'm really excited about today. I picked out some of my favorite colors, orange and pink, like you see on this shirt. I have some items here that are both drugstore and high-end, and I wouldn't say like extremely high-end, none of this really is, but I also have palettes from people that you might see on YouTube and some stuff that I've used before and some new stuff. So let's jump right into what we're doing. First, I'm going to start off by going in with this Master Prime Maybelline primer. I really like this stuff. It's for blurring and pore minimization, or pore minimizing. Oh, this one's not open. Let me use my other one. So I have some new stuff that's not opened yet because of that Ulta sale that I spoke about in my previous video. They have a lot of good stuff going on right now, so I purchased things that I necessarily didn't need, but I'm glad that I bought them because I'll have backup and they're cheaper than they normally are. So I always rub that all into the face. It feels really moisturizing and good. It kind of reminds me of like the Smashbox primer, if you've ever heard of that. I think it's a good dupe for it, but much cheaper. I really like this primer. So the next step, and this is just for me, if you also have like kind of red spots like I do, this will be good for you as well. This is the LA Girl Pro Conceal. Upside down, here we go. LA Girl Pro Conceal. I put this like on any darker spots and just go in all over the face. Like, it looks kind of crazy with the green, but it will eventually go into the skin and not look green and weird, but actually can't work to cancel out some of your red spots. And you can go in with a beauty blender. This is actually by, it's not Beauty Blender, it's what is the brand? Shoot, Real Techniques. Here we go. Real Techniques. Don't you love when things just come to you out of nowhere? I don't know how that happens, but yes, this is a Real Techniques. It's not looking like too pretty right now. I usually use this for foundation, but I actually like using a brush for going in and canceling out this redness. And this is a Morphe M439 brush. Sorry, I dropped something. I'm gonna go in and blend this all out, and this isn't like gonna take everything away by any means, but it definitely helps with canceling out redness, and it does conceal pretty well. But keep in mind, I don't even have foundation or anything on yet. I really just like to do this as a step before that to make sure my skin is looking like even better before I have foundation on, because I've tried it over foundation and I just don't think that it looks the same. It doesn't look as good to me. Next I'm gonna go into with my current favorite foundation by L'Oreal Paris, Infallible up to 24-hour fresh wear foundation. It does have SPF of 25 and the number that I use is 460. This is currently my favorite, but I've tried so many drugstore foundations. This one's just really doing it for me right now. Other ones that I definitely have liked are Maybelline. They have a great foundation, and it stays on really well. The only thing I don't like about the Maybelline one and the reason I didn't repurchase it and like went for another one is because the bottle that I normally use doesn't come with a pump. It's just like a dump thing, and I think the pumps are so much easier. So honestly, I was just trying this out from other YouTube recommendations, and it like feels like a high-end foundation. I really like it. This color seems to be really good for me. Yeah, I'm just really into it. So now that we've got the foundation pretty much all over, make sure you drag it down past your chin to blend in with your neck as well. I'm going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. The best place to put concealer is under your eye for those dark spots. I like to put it like an X right here kind of and make my way down to brighten up the inner forehead. On any dark spots or blemishes that you may have. And then I personally put it all around my nose because I have like redness that just comes up around my nose. I know a lot of girls do, so I think that that's a perfect place to put it. And I will blend that out. I also go up and like put it on my eyelid as kind of like a primer for my eyeshadow that I'm about to do. I think that works really well, and I'm not like crazy about eyeshadow primers. Like, I've heard great things about them and I've definitely used many before in the past, but I don't think it makes that big of a difference. And I even have them like in my makeup right now, but I just think that, I don't know, like you could use concealer and I think it works the same. Like, don't quote me on that, but do whatever your heart desires. That's just in my opinion, of course. Make sure that's all blended out all around, and make sure when you're picking your concealer color, I forgot to mention this color is 205 Light Sand. Here we go. 205 Light Sand. Make sure it's lighter than what your foundation is, like almost extremely lighter than what it is, because you don't want to be blending out your blemishes with something that's darker and making them more evident, or even the same color. I do have some concealers that I keep that are closer to the same color as my foundations, just as like spot touch-ups throughout the day if I need that. But whenever you're going for highlighting and brightening and fixing the blemishes, I always go with a lighter color. So now today I'm actually going to use this Ulta Beauty Full Coverage Liquid Concealer. Here we are, and this is darker. I'm using a dark concealer to kind of chisel out like my cheekbones, make my forehead look like a little bit shorter. Contouring is what it's called. A new concept, contouring. And this is called Tan to Deep Warm. I got this during the Ulta sale and it was on sale for like $4. So I thought, why not try it, you know? I'm actually going to put this like here, here, and this is not something that I like normally do or like necessarily every day. I do tend to stick with the powder forms of bronzer, but I think for like a beauty tutorial, this is kind of fun to use. Yeah. So I'm also gonna go in with this again and just pounce that. Pounce it, baby. Might be a little harder to blend out, obviously, because it's supposed to be darker, but whatever it takes is what I'm gonna do. Blend out the forehead. Yeah, this trick is definitely a keeper. Like, I love putting it at the top of my forehead because I don't really think I need to make my forehead look shorter by any means. But I think it just gives you like a really nice bronze look at the top of your forehead. It looks like you've been hanging out in the sun. Really cute. Love that. And I'll bring it down like around here to kind of connect with this line that I made. So yeah, that looks pretty blended out to me. Going to go in with this Revolution Luxury Baking Powder in Banana. This is also a drugstore find. I like this a lot, but the only thing I don't like about this is that it's like, once again, I hate whenever things aren't easy to use. It's like this at the top. How are you gonna use that? Like squeeze it on? I don't really know. It really annoys me. So what I do with this, but there's so much in there that I've had this for like probably 2 years maybe. I dumped it into an empty Cinema Secrets, which was also a translucent powder, and just put it in there to use because this one was already empty and might as well get some use out of it. But I think it's so much easier to just go in with your beauty blender and get that on there instead of like shaking the bottle. Like, why would anyone make something like that? That's so weird to me. But I put this under the eyes to brighten up, and it looks kind of wild right now, especially in this light is what I'm seeing. But I put it on top of my eyelids. I like to put it like around my nose because I feel like I get like kind of oily there. Any place where you normally get oily is where you want to powder after you've put foundation on. I put some on my chin. And there is like a method, I'm sure if you're into beauty you've heard of, called baking. I'll show you like a very quick version of baking. So where we put the line right here for the darker concealer that I used for bronzer, you would go right underneath that, like here. Looks kind of weird. This always like makes me feel like I have a beard or something, which is kind of weird. But you would put it right here. And then right here. Kind of gotta like layer it on there good. There we go. I was being too hesitant with that. And then people like put it all around their chin. And you just let it sit like that. Like the whole time you're doing your makeup or something. Or not your makeup, your eyeshadow. Which like, it's kind of a weird thing, but hey, you know what? Since I've already done this, I'm just gonna leave it on and show you. Why don't I talk the talk and walk the walk, baby? I put it on my forehead because again, that's where I get a little bit greasy. And yeah, dang, we're pretty powdered up, aren't we? We are powdered. Okay, so hey, I'm just gonna leave that on for now because I already did the dirty work, so might as well let it sit. I guess it just like sinks into your skin this way, makes it a little more evident. But yeah, we're just just ignore this portion of the video where I look like half man, half woman. No one knows what's going on. Kind of look like Santa Claus. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the ColourPop Brow Boss pencil. I absolutely love this. I usually buy a few of them so I never run out. This is the color Brunette. I think I used the color dark brown yesterday, but they're very, very similar. The first thing that I do whenever I do my eyebrows is I go in, and I like comb out the little brows, make them look spiffy. Then I go in with the pencil, and I always start at the tail end. I've heard this is a really good thing to do, so I'm just gonna keep doing it. I start at the tail end, and if you know me, oh my gosh, girl, I have the shakiest hands of all time. Like always. It's hard to see, but I don't think there's ever been a time in my life where my hands have been stable. I don't know why. There's nothing I can do that makes it better, but this just reminds me. It's like art. It's like drawing. You're literally drawing on your face. But for some reason, everything I do, I put a lot of pressure in. Pressure on the gas pedal, pressure on my pencils and writing. I always put a lot of pressure because I'm so shaky. I feel like it makes it look a little more stable. So maybe that's why the payoff is really dark on the brows for Exhibit A. Brow 1, other brow. But I like going darker. My hair is blonde, obviously. I do have some new growth coming in because #quarantine, but my hair is naturally blonde. So it's just kind of dirty blonde. So I like to darken it up because blonde like eyebrows would just not be evident enough for me. And I need to make this pop. So after I put the color in, I always comb through it. I'm gonna do the other eyebrow off camera really quick. We're back and the brows are done. But I just thought about this while I was off camera. I have something else, another trick. So this is the ColourPop Brow Boss Gel. Okay, seriously, people, come on. Yes, okay. So this is in the color dark brown. So I thought about a tip for eyebrows, if you're not really used to doing them, or if you are just looking for some new tips, is that they should be darker on the tail end. Well, in my opinion, they should be darker on the tail end, and then in the middle, they should be a little more fluffed up. So I always use this in the middle to fluff up those fine hairs. And I don't even know if you'll be able to tell a difference on the camera, but in real life, like if I'm up close to you face to face, it just makes them look so natural, fluffy, like healthy. Sorry, I just flipped you off. Yeah, it just makes you look like more natural. So I came up with the saying, don't talk about it, be about it. So I'm gonna show you. I don't know, I'm so weird. Don't talk about it, be about it. If I had a brow product, trademark. So now that the brows are finished, I still have this weird beard thing going on. Why not go into the eyeshadow? Yes, let's go. So, 2 palettes that I'm going to be using today. The Jaclyn Hill palette, volume 2. I didn't know if it had like a special name, that's why I had to look at it. But this is her second palette, and then this is LOREAL's Nudie Patootie. I was gonna try to do everything in the Jaclyn Hill palette, which you can. Oh my gosh, fantastic. It'll rub in. Anyways, you can do full looks with this palette for sure, but if you can see my shirt, it's like a little more light pink rather than this vibrant pink. So I'm gonna use the oranges and the base colors out of this palette, and then I'm gonna use the light pink color out of the Nudie Patootie. I just had a thought, I just want to rub off this stuff right now because I don't wanna be looking back at my video with like just a weird beard going on this whole time. So I'm gonna just like dust this off kind of, but I do think it helps make like a more evident line. I definitely need to blend it in some more, and I'm just using what I actually always use for my bronzer. This is a Morphe R2 brush, Lover. So yeah, I think that it does help make like a more evident line and make you look a little bit more chiseled. But you gotta be careful, because you don't want it to look like too harsh. Be careful. This eye look is like a bit dramatic, but that's what I'm going for. I am going to start off by going in with a natural color as my base. So I'm gonna go in with this color called Love Handles right here. It's probably the closest to my skin tone. That's what you normally wanna do. Tap in. This is my Morphe brush that does not have a number on it, but just go in with a fluffy brush. I've worn off the number at this point. If you're really interested and you're like new to brushes, girl, I will find it for you, or boy, I will find it for you. Don't you worry. But for now, I'm just gonna go in and put on this nice base. Wow, this is really pretty. It's kind of like an orangey, tanny color. So it's going with my theme. It's gonna be great. It's all gonna be so good. All right, moving on. The first thing that I'm going to do, well, after I have the base on, I am going to go in with a pointier, more like focused brush. This is the Morphe M573, and I'm gonna go in my crease and outer corners and just make those a little more harsh. I think for this is when I'm going to start using my orange. So I'm actually going to use the color Feeling Myself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. Right here. I think that like these colors kind of look like close, but those 3 oranges are actually so different. One has a pink undertone, one's more like neon orange, and I think the Feeling Myself one is more like, if anything, It's the truest orange, I believe. So I'm gonna go in with Feeling Myself all in my crease. And I have never done a look like this before, so let that be said before you guys start committing and following along before you see the finished outcome. Not to say I'm not confident in my artistry, but every time I do my makeup, I'm just like going in kind of balls to the wall. Like, there's no stopping me. I don't really ever have a plan. Like, I have a Pinterest board full of eye looks that I never use, and that's kind of my personality. I think this looks good. You definitely tell a difference. Orange, no orange. So let me do the other eye off camera really quick. As I was doing it, I thought, like, I want to talk about this. So if you're not familiar with eye makeup, going back in like windshield wiper motions right in the crease, like if you open and close your eyes or like let your eyes relax, like where these lines are, that is what the crease is, but you just want to go back and forth and really blend it out. And then after I have that really blended out into the crease, I will go in and put it on the corner. I'm gonna make the ugliest faces ever. Y'all ready for this? Let's go. In the corner, and I like pat that crap on. Just like so. Hopefully you can see, and my hands aren't in the way. Looks like it needs a bit more orange. You're probably like, girl, you're good on the orange. You were good on the orange, but this eye, like, if you do a lot on one eye, you just gotta commit at this point. Like, I gotta make it match. You're like, you look psychotic. That's fine. It's all about the finish. It's all about the finish. The story, as you get there, can be a roller coaster, but it's all about the finish, baby. Okay, so now that I have tainted this brush, and I definitely have to clean it, I'm gonna go in with another brush and get that one dirty too. So this one is called the Morphe M321. 3, 2, 1. If I was brush, I'd be 1, 2, 3, or 3, 2, 1, or 3, 3, 3, because that's my favorite number. I am going to go back into Feeling Myself on that palette. I'm gonna go on the outside of my eyes, bottom, it's called the waterline. The waterline. Tap off the excess because you don't want to get in like absolutely everywhere. But yeah, just putting it on the corner, connecting with that dark outer corner, and bringing it in about like halfway or 3/4 of the way. Probably depends on your eye shape. I just kind of blend it out to wherever it stops, it stops. Like once it looks good, I'm done. But do not go all the way in, from what I've heard. And then you can also use these more like focus brushes on your outer corners to make those a little bit more dark or prominent, I would say. Not necessarily dark. But yeah, I like love this color. And I'm planning to film a video with my dog after this, opening up her Chewy box of toys. So I'm gonna have this look on and people are gonna be like, this girl is really passionate about her dog videos wearing that orange look. Love her. Okay, so yeah, we're done with the orange part. Now, let me put this bad boy down. Probably go back into it, but for now, we're done with her. And I'm gonna move on to this Nudie Patootie to match these. I cannot get this right. Like, to match these flowers, these pink ones. And I just think that this color is gonna be so perfect. It's called Jaybird. Right here. I'm so excited. I think it's gonna be a great little like foil moment for us. I'm actually gonna spray with this. You can use like water or whatever. This is literally just what's next to me. So I'm gonna spray this to pick up absolutely the most that I can and go into this Jaybird color. And I'm gonna put this all in the center right here and then out to where it gets darker. I love this palette and all of the different names for naked, like Exhibit A, Jaybird, but there's like So many funny ones in there. And I just think it's really cute for a nude palette, a nude moment. Every different word for naked possible. Oh, I really like that. I really do. Just keep on patting. Patting, patting, patting. I think that this is gonna look good. I really do. Maybe because it's just my favorite colors, orange and pink. But I'm into this. So right now you can kind of see like the harsh line where I stop, like right here. But don't fret, we're gonna go in and fix that right up, but I'm gonna go ahead on the other eye and pat all in the center just like I did this eye. BRB. Okay, so I went in on both eyes with this pink color. I think it looks real good, not like quite yet, but the colors together look really good. And I'm gonna just kind of blend that out a little bit more, like back with the windshield wiper motions right in the crease. I just think it looks so much better, more put together. I'll kind of drag out where the sparkles are, blend that in a bit more, and dang, I think she looks pretty good. We're gonna put some sparkles, I already did that, but we're gonna put some more shine, I guess, in the middle, some highlighter, and then I'll put it on my upper, why can I never think of this freaking word? Like the peak of the eyebrow. That's just what I'm gonna like patent name it. I don't know. Girl, you're not gonna think that your eye makeup looks good until you have some lashes on, because you kind of just look psycho without lashes. Like you gotta have the lashes pop if your eyes are popping. So that's what I want to do next, and then I will go in with the highlighter. This is the Bad Gal Bang by Benefit. It is definitely my favorite mascara by far, but I have longer lashes normally. Like, I think that other people might put on fake lashes with this look because it is a little more dramatic, but my lashes are just like really long. So I don't think that I'm going to do it, especially since I'm just gonna be staying in the house. I'm not gonna try to put on lashes because I ain't the best. Oh my gosh, I'm a big fan. That is truly lovely. That is truly, truly lovely. Okay, I like to look like a bronze goddess. I like to look like I've been baking at precisely 475 at all times. And I always bring this down to the neck. Rub it on the chin so I don't have as much of a double chin. On the forehead, a few little puffs. And there she be. This is the NARS Orgasm Blush. I'm sure that you've heard of it if you're into beauty. It is one of the best-selling blushes out there. I have a big thing of it right here, which I really love. It's just like so girly, so spring, and it has some sparkles. So if you're not into sparkly blushes, she ain't for ya. But if you are, she's a good girl to have around. Like, she's probably not your main girl, but she can be a side piece. She's not my main girl, at least. I will put blush all over. I will bathe in the blush. Lay it on me, honey. I look like a dang sunset in paradise right now. Love. I love it. I just found this random NYX. Is it NYX? I say NYX palette that I got for free in one of my Ulta orders. It has like bronzers and highlighters in it, and I know I used my favorite LOREAL highlighter palette, so I just thought I'd try this out because I'm sure this is very cheap. I can link it down below. But for highlighter, I'm just gonna go in with a light color because I have enough like colors on my face right now to go in with like these pinky or orangey highlighters. So I'm gonna go in with this light color. It does not have a name, but it's the lightest one in the palette, and go in on the cheeks. Especially too because that Orgasm blush does have like sparkles in it. So I don't need like too much, but I'll go on the nose down to, whoa, she is shiny. Shiny, 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 yeah. All of this money, I've been losing my mind. Uno, don't try to hold me down. Okay, since we can't have real music, we have to improvise with my singing. If you don't like it, you can get out. And I'll put a little on the forehead. I'm going to go in with a little pencil brush and highlight those inner corners that I previously spoke of. We just want to be seen in heaven, really. That's what we're going for. And then I'm going to highlight the brow bone. That is what it's called. I just thought of it. Again, don't you love when you think of things like an hour or however long later? You're like, really? Like, where did that come from? I was calling it a brow peak? Who am I? Cupid's bow? And then I kind of forgot to do my chinny chin chin. Not last but not least, my fave part. Yeah. 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 People are gonna be reporting this to the authorities afterwards, like, this girl is nuts. Okay, this is looking really good. Now, let me spray the heck out of my face. This is Maybelline spray, but honestly, I mean, it's good. I've had better, but it's more expensive. It's a lasting fix. It's a really big bottle. It will last you a long time, and I do like it. But the next spray that I want to get is the Milani drugstore setting spray, because I have heard the best things about that, like comparable to Urban Decay. So I definitely want to try that out. This is the Kylie Jenner Velvet Liquid Lipstick in Candy K. Oh yeah, and this is what the people needed. This light pink. Another great indoor look for your everyday, natural, quarantine-filled fun day. If you want more, please comment down below what you're looking for or any products that you have questions about. I love to help people find things, so please just like any interaction, I'm begging, please.
So please be a subscriber. Just one of you, I don't care how much there is, just one of you. I love you, whoever subscribed. You are the best, whoever subscribed. You will be one of my fans forever, guys. I love you guys, whoever subscribed. Bye. Peace out.